Turning down.
Oh boy.
One and ooh, okay, we're getting right into it. This round, and we're gonna be seeing Nuke.
Oh boy. I disbalance, not to be confused with Naruto, as we'd see his tag there.
Oh,
Find himself 2, but nasty ass Naf finding himself the reply. 3 versus 3, make it 3 versus 2. Quite the shot from Coldy there with the USP on D Nuke. If you're just joining us, the opening match of Group A for the second set of teams. We just watched No Chance lose to that of Sprout.
Chopper might be finding the better of. I think that is Liege hanging out over there.
It is indeed. He does have the bomb.
Does have a P250 as well.
A little bit of a dance move out there. He's having to kind of skate away and get away. He does just that.
It's with the bomb as well. It's pretty big, actually. If he gets dropped out there, that means that Nitro needs to, well, rotate all the way around into yard. Meanwhile, he's found himself on the inner bomb site. Spirit just seemingly unaware of what could possibly be around the corner, just checking everything. Don't want to slip up here when you have the man advantage, especially in a pistol round as well. From what we've learned now, Spirit did win the knife, opted to start with that CT side. Bomb plant, though, likely to go down here unless Softic is going to drop something in. Oh, bit of a greeting.
Okay.
That's a lot of damage onto Liege.
Bomb plant going to go a long way regardless of the outcome of this hold. 3v2. Liquid don't want to start with this back foot, but there's a real chance. They're playing from Malta. I believe they're all on land right now.
Yeah.
And wow, with the dropping airborne assault there, Sotvic going to find the first one. Nitro with a reply. 1 versus 2. Does he stick it? Looks like they want to stick it. Does find the kill. Oh my goodness. Almost pulls that one off. That was a little close for comfort there, the side of Spirit.
I'm pretty sure Softic let go of that defuse with like 0 seconds remaining. Probably could have held that and just been fine. But yeah, I guess you get 300 extra bucks from killing Nitro and a bomb.
Might as well go for it, right? Swing for the fences.
And that they do. So first round on the board for Spirit. As you see the GG bet odds for this matchup. No big surprises there, really, Trace.
Yeah, not at all. 4-1 basically. Get over GG.bet. It is Liquid that are the favorites to win this matchup. With the CIS team proving that they're in the fight thus far, they're going to win that pistol round, grab some weapons and utility.
I will say the position Softic is in right now is the dirtiest position I know on Nuke. It is just so hard to deal with. It's actually going to opt out. They don't have main control with this kind of a setup, which is obviously a bit of an issue, and Elise has made the most out of it. Stewie. It's a nice find to some Dayoung, who's gone aggressive into Hut.
That it is.
It is halfway investment on the side of Liquid. They've bought, a couple of Deagles with that bomb plant, but also a Galil on Nav. Not something you see every day. I think Energy started doing this in London, last week. Oh, how is Stewie just sneaking his way onto site?
Very, very sneaky, sir.
Ooh. Good shot
probably
from Softic, though.
Probably get, yep, there it is. They're going to get the bomb plant out of this round. 4v3. They have found an auto shotgun and did buy a Galil in this round. Naf with the head armor as well. Right now, set up in a pretty advantageous position, given all things. And my goodness, systematically eradicated is Team Spirit. 4 members remaining alive. Weapons now in the hands of Liquid. And that is the bounce back that they wanted.
Stewie, man. So sneaky.
Just kind of doing what Stewie wants to do, I suppose.
Yeah. Made his way out. Because he had to go on auto squeaky. And just, rummaged around the site. Found the 2 openings that Liquid needed to get onto Upper Bomb. And, the rest is history. Team Liquid bounced right back. And Nuke, not typically a map that we see in best of ones. But I'll be honest, I like watching the map. I really enjoy it, so as long as I don't have to observe it, I'm perfectly happy.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get that.
Yeah. Well, Stewie's going to continue on the good trend that he started in the last round. Finds the opening once more. As North Americans have made their way downstairs. Molotovs and smokes going out. Naf going to find some Dayoung as well. He's got the auto shot. He actually finds the kill with the pistol. So, I guess not optimal in terms of money, but here you have it.
And that bomb plant's going to go a long way. Chopper with the auto shotgun. Probably not going to go as far. 3 versus 4 with the bomb plant, and I can imagine that they want to cost some money here for the side of Liquid. Haven't really been able to do that. Only Naf out of the round. Pretty weird spot here for Sotvik, but now the element of surprise lost. Doesn't matter. Elige can't react in time. Stewie can. And again, he's there with the answers. Good round for Liquid, all things considered.
Definitely so. I mean, only really losing, what, an auto shoddy and a Galil. Definitely live with that. I mean, it's pretty safe to say that Naf would have upgraded from a Galil to an AK in this round. In any case, or potentially a Krieg. We're seeing more and more of the Liquid players actually opt for these scoped weapons. Another round on the board. Spirit on their end, though. The investment didn't quite pan out, so they're going to have to hold on for another round.
That they are. Team Spirit versus Team Liquid. Again, at the end of the week, one of these teams, out of the 8 to include the other group, will earn themselves an invite there to ESL 1 Cologne. GG.bet Invitational. Stewie2K with the AK. But then again, if you look over the side of Spirit, it is a pistol affair, and Stewie2K is just going to keep the ball rolling down the field. Coldy, 1 versus 5. Does have a 5-7. Not a lot of hope in this round, but nonetheless, here it is.
Well, trying to summon his inner stunner, 100% headshot ratio so far. Yeah,
not entirely true or factual, but you know what? I'll take it. It's not bad.
We'll work with it.
Yes, it will.
So far, Stewie's been showing up hot, finding opening frags for Liquid on this T side. And I mean, if we're thinking dream scenario for Spirit, how many rounds are we looking at they would need on that CT side to feel like they can put up a fight going into the second half?
Well, that's a pretty good question you have there, Halvor. I'd have to say
double figures plus.
You know, I'm not sure. I'm just going to go ahead and bank on saying 7.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah,
it's got a nice middle of the road.
Middle of the road. Can't really go wrong. You know, safe than sorry. Judged by 12 rather than carried by 6. All that good stuff.
Bringing it all out.
Just get it all out of here on the table. Now we get to see a real round. All weapons, all across the board. AWP there on IDIS balance. He's going to go ahead and go outside with it. Wall of smokes, though. Going to block his field of view. Naf has his own views on that. Takes down Sotvik. Early on, IDIS balance tries to take a fight, but Elige just puts that away. AK does it. Didn't even need the AWP. And early on in this round, I mean, we're a minute 30 seconds still on the round. Yeah. Spirit in a 3v5.
It's tempo. It's been all about that for Liquid so far on their T side. I feel like Stewie's been in the thick of things within the span of 10 seconds in the previous rounds. This time it's Naf and Elige. Nice angle from some Young. He's going to find one. Still pretty significant advantage for Team Liquid here. So much utility as well on their end, and they've already sent 3 of their players down in secret. And again, like if Liquid go about their business as usual, using their Molotov have to clear out any sort of awkward spots, they should be able to get at least a bomb plant down. Naf. Ooh. Oh, Lady Luck not on his side for that one. Perfect timing, though, on the side of Coldy. There we go. Nades utilized. See if Young actually tries for something brazen through smoke.
Does look like that's what he wants to do. Bomb have yet to been planted, but there it is. That's right on cue, right on time. They must have heard us. 3 versus 3. The retake is on. Young takes down Nitro. Does have that AUG. It's going to give him a little bit of range. Just up to Twist and Stu. Stu having a tear of a game thus far. Don't see him dropping the ball here, but there's a real chance. Crossfire setup. Twist finds 2, and Stewie eliminates Young. The crossfire was just too strong. And that's going to be a 4th one there for Liquid.
Yeah. Spirit did well to bring it back into a man advantage, but again, the superior positioning out of the Liquid players, enough to take them over the board. So 4th round for them in Spirit. They're probably going to have to go back to another eco. This is kind of the nightmare start. We talked about the dream scenario for Team Spirit. This is more or less as rough as it can get. Not only are you going up against Liquid, but they're getting a significant amount of rounds early on their T side.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the steam, the momentum behind them, right? Like they're going to be able to run away with this. This is a Liquid that, once they start feeling confident like that.
Bomb is still up on Silo, right? It didn't drop down beneath, did it?
I think it dropped.
Yeah, it dropped on top of Silo. Okay, that's at least one good thing for Liquid. It would have been dreadful if they had to force themselves into that little nook behind main to try to retrieve it. Instead, it's going to be Stewie once again. having a stroll, casual stroll into the A-bomb site. Is he going to clear the full angle of main? No, but...
Well, this is awkward.
Yeah, Coldy, hello. Oh, 69.
Uh,
All right. Eventually gets onto it. Nitro's going to be the one to clear out the entire upper site.
all
There
it took
you
was
go.
the ring of the Krieg.
Yeah.
He turned, got the dink off, but it wasn't good enough.
He's already set up to catch off any sort of rotations. Let's see. Actually, oh, it doesn't even get that. Stewie's going to be getting something, at least, in return for his investment of going in first on that upper bomb site.
Now, will they hear Sotfik go for this gun?
Might.
He does grab it. They're going to try to save. They want to hold on to some weapons here. SDY takes out Twist really early on in the round with a nicely placed eagle shot. But ultimately, 5 on the board for Liquid.
Looking strong so far.
The Liquid that we know. The #1 team in the world, everyone.
Do you like saying that about North American teams, don't you?
It's just
Major winners.
It's a weird thing to even just roll off the tongue. Like I said, man, it's just kind of
Yeah.
strange, you know?
Well, it's well earned, that's for sure. I mean, definitely taking a bit of a different approach than Astralis when it comes to tournaments. First, turning down. I mean, this is why they're in this invitational in the first place, right? Turned down
Yeah.
the initial invite for Cologne. Obviously, a bit of an uproar from the community about that. Then Liquid kind of thought to themselves, like, well, you know, probably should be there.
I mean, it's the whole idea of working smarter, not harder. But
Yeah.
I guess in this case, you know, why not?
Why not both?
They are playing on land from Malta again, so that is kind of helpful. Stewie
Oh,
2K,
Stu, madman.
quite the fast aggression there towards the vent. He does get down. Relative ease. No one there to contest him. He's all the way through. They have to have a hunch that he's in lower. And there's the peak. Stewie 2K reads it like a book. He is on fire today, ladies and gentlemen. That that B bomb site, the lower site is open for business. Stewie 2K is just holding it on. Now he's got Spirit in a real awkward position.
Stu's got 11 frags already.
Just doing what Stu wants to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sort of like Naf right here. Has the angle, has the drop all day. And the trades come in a flurry. Idis balance at Sotfik, AWP, and M4. Now we're going to have to get back in the site. SoundQ gives Nitro away. Kind of fell off the ladder there. A little awkward exchange. Bomb going down.
He's been quick to trade, man.
Yep. Sotfik, 1 versus Stu. 2E2K and Elige. They need to get this bomb down. Still have plenty of time. With the bomb planted in the upper site, they're going to set up now. Ward off this retake. Almost is able to get the drop on Elige, but a 6-1 goes to Liquid instead. And now is a good time for me to tell you all about CSGO.net. Use code Cologne, COLOGNE, all caps, on CSGO.net. You get about 30% more of the balance and probably win some cool skins. A partner of GG.bet. And here we are.
6 rounds early on for Liquid. And I think if Spirit wants to, well, get him a couple more rounds on the board, we need to see some, I guess, unorthodox play coming out from them. I think if in a battle of just default versus default, Liquid are favored to win that more often than not.
I would say that you are exactly right, my friend.
Every now and again, you know. Broken clock is right twice a day.
It's true, no matter what. Idis Balance is going to go for this peek here from Secret. Going to catch a grenade. In the meantime, not any damage done to him. Love a CSGO grenade. Has the AWP, spots the player up there on Red Rock. Doesn't land the shot. Now that information's been transferred. Now that Molotov's going to back him off as Secret. Meanwhile, all this yard control going the way of Liquid. They're going to take outside with the Fury. So far, no casualties in the round. 5 versus 5. Sotfik having backed all the way up into CT spawn. Quite the cheeky angle, they'd say, in the UK.
Yeah. Surely they're not going to clear for this.
He's got the drop. Did they see him? Yes, they did, and it's not a good day for Team Liquid right there. Stu 2K and Elige fall to that awkward fight. And SDY hanging out in the hut's going to get into it himself. Nitro falls. Now Twist and Naf need to bring this round back in the way of Liquid. 2 versus 5. Starts with 1, and that's all it's going to be there. Naf, 1v4. Gets the first kill, spots the player in rafters just a little bit too late to get anything going there. And 3 members remain alive for Spirit, and a second round on the board for them as well.
Yeah, very important to stay alive with 3. Allows them to replenish properly. Still going to have utility, which is crucial on a map like Nuke to just prevent, especially with the tempo Liquid has had as well, right? Just being able to put down Molotovs, making sure Stewie's not diving vents, Naf's not killing you from door, just all that kind of stuff. Softic's positioning there proving to be superior.
Old Sotfik.
Here we go again. It's that
Fast
quick
pace.
play.
Yep, very fast pace. Nitro's going to be the first one out the door this time. Running right through the Molotov. He's all the way underneath here. They're giving so much room.
That's just, yeah. It's like they're dry running inner strats.
Yeah, and I mean, I think what they've done here is say, hey, all right, we're going to see how far we can press this. Let's kind of push them back a little bit. Let's kind of set the presence here. Smoke for that Rafters is going to keep Spirit from retaking the site right away. And Sotvic not exactly clearing that angle.
How is that, like, a post-plant position for Twist? Has to be so frustrating. And, well, in an attempt to save, Chopper gets found by Stewie. Stewie's been so aggressive.
Really loving it. 12-2 right now. 149 ADR.
Just doming people with headshots galore as well. 75% so far.
Not sure that he'll check this. He does drop the flash.
Oh, really?
Oh, this is awkward.
I thought he had it when he's throwing the flash. It's like, he's actually going to check it?
It did make sense, didn't it? But not today. Somehow, Naf and Elise survive. Naf down to 14 at the end of the round, but 4 alive. This is well in the hands of Liquid so far. 7-2. Plenty of money in the bank. And Spirit really got pressed on that round. You could see just the pace that Liquid wanted to set, wanted to dictate early on. They really kind of ran away with it right there.
Yeah, it's just a matter of like the setup from Spirit just right off the bat, not panning out, not having anyone through main, just not getting those Molotovs down. Seems like we're making the most out of it. This balance going to get smoked off again. Oh, on scopes the second you see someone's peering over the smoke. And already Liquid with the tempo down secret. It's quick.
Yes, it is. They are already down there. They can pretty much flood out onto the site if they want to. And the weapons aren't too bad over there on the side of Spirit. To be honest, one from Oz. And 2 kits. I mean, Chopper up here on these rafters, this is a really awkward angle to try to fight. But if they crunch in here on the site at the right time all together, and sync, shouldn't be that big of a deal, big of an issue.
Do see a lot of people from Decon starting to spam that, roughly that angle as well.
And here comes the op from Ramp to try to support Chopper. Chopper getting the first kill into Elige really does alleviate some of the pressure. Molotov raining in as well. Eventually he falls after grabbing himself 2. That AWP just missing out. The timing was not there, but the bomb plan is 3 versus 3. Naf, Nitro, and Twist now need to go on the defense. That is not how it's going to be done. Naf with the lurk. Going to get the late flank. He's just got to check to his left.
Oh, it still gets the drop on him.
Real good shot there from Naf. He's able to place it, able to get it done. 2 versus 2. Coldy Sotvic going for the retake. The awkward off angle does it again and again. Twice over for Twist. And Liquid grabbing 8.
Damn, you can just tell how solid these players are individually. Naf being able to flick onto Sumdai Young, who has the presence of mind to actually expect a backstab, which is pretty surprising in itself, and also Twist. Just not committing fully to the just wild spray of the Krieg, but keeping it to bursts to find 2 there from the off angle. Just really impressive stuff from Team Liquid, and that's an 8th round. They're kind of running away with us in the most literal way possible.
Yeah. And we are not on a rolling schedule, ladies and gentlemen. We are not on a follow-by schedule, so the next matchup will start at its set time. Halvor will be figuring that time out. In the meantime, I will be watching this game, telling you what's going on.
Yeah, so it's going to be, well, at about 45 minutes. Again, could be delayed depending on how this pans out, obviously, but that's meant to be Sprout versus the winner of this game.
Here we have it. Weapons on the side of Spirit. Again, auto shotgun playing towards their Squeaky, and Stewie still continuing his rampage within this server. Just slowing it down now as Team Liquid. They've shown that they can push the fight to them. They can push them around on the map. But now they're really throwing them off. I mean, I feel like Spirit is ready for that aggression. It's just not there.
Yeah, you could tell that they've used all the utility they had. Pretty much left with 2 flashes. It's not an ideal scenario. Just going to have to rely on either finding off angles like we saw Softic did to Spirit their second round, or, just duel it out with Naf.
Yep, didn't go too well. Naf not known for having heavy boxing gloves, but SDY does. The shotgun comes out supreme.
Chopper.
And Twist and Stewie.
Chopper was just so thrown off that he started shooting at thin air.
Yeah, that was a pretty scary moment. IDIS Balance does have an AWP in a 1 versus 3. Don't think he's going to go for it.
That would be madness.
Unless Liquid were to feed him a few frags right here, but I just don't see that happening as well.
No, they've been pretty rigid about how they've set up in their post plans, not really chasing for anything. And again, like for them, this is obviously massive. Like again, best of ones, all of that. Winner gets a spot at Cologne.
Yeah.
You obviously want to do your job thoroughly.
I mean, if you're a team like Spirit, you already matched up against Liquid, very first matchup of the tournament. And then
Getting it out of the way early on, right?
yeah, I mean, your real shot here, your real hope is to beat them in this best of one and put yourself in that advantageous situation. So with a 9-2 scoreline, not really how it's shaping up thus far. Liquid surely in control right now.
Look at how much money's left on Liquid after buying this 40,000.
Look at that fishhook on that hat, like he's from the south.
Think he's going to use that for defusing the bomb?
I mean,
Is that what you used it for?
I guess, man. I don't know if I've never seen that in any movies or
Because I
anything.
don't think
so.
there's a pond on Nuke to fish in.
There might be though.
Yeah, like three-eyed fish, straight out of Simpsons.
Yeah, basically. I haven't seen DJ fly around this map a few times, but
Yeah.
other than that, it's going to be Liquid flying around right now with a quickness. Balance able to save that op from the last round. That's the only weapon that Team Spirit's going to have. And not for long. It falls. Nitro right there with the answer. Heard the op ringing out, so he got involved and answered the door.
Balance has been a little bit unfortunate with when he's decided to unscope and reposition so far. Just constantly being a little bit too early or a little bit too late with his positioning. When you do that against the Liquid players, they pretty much punish you for it every single time. Right now, they're just going through the motions on the side of Liquid. Don't want to run into a stack. Sending the entirety of their team actually through secret passage. Meanwhile, Spirit have gone aggressive into lobby, and they're not going to find anything. Obviously, it's a fair bit of information, but they would have liked to get the drop on some of these players before there's an after-plant position. So lots of utility on the side of Liquid as well to clear out any sort of nooks and crannies.
Yeah, and you can tell Liquid, they know they don't need to force the plant right away. They're winning these duels without really any fight.
Yeah.
And they also know that this is an eco round. And then you have Sotfik, who unfortunately for himself walks right into the crosshair of Twist.
Twitch has been playing the most dirty positions ever, just like randomly positioning himself on different spots of the map, just seemingly with no relation to what's going on with the rest of the team, finding Spirit members.
I mean, between him and Stu right now, this is very pretty game. At least biting off a little more than he could chew, though. Perhaps Twist can punish them if they try to go for this weapon.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously he can.
He can, and he does.
We'll see, though, Coldy and Samdayoung. Samdayoung's been able to retrieve the op, at least, so he's ventured all the way back to the T spawn to hold on to that. And it's a pretty solid get. Coldy decides that maybe he's going to be the one to take down Twist.
And the AWP lives on for another round.
Yeah.
And so does the round of Liquid here. 10-2. Team Spirit having yet to show up here on their CT side. In the 4 rounds, I don't know. This has just been the Liquid game through and through.
Yeah. It's been so quick as well. I feel like we started 5 minutes ago.
We might honestly have. If someone has a timer on that, go ahead and let us know.
Yeah.
Use hashtag maincast. Let us know how long this match has been going on exactly. We know you've been over there with your timer, with your little clock, your little watch on sitting at home.
Getting all the stats ready.
Stopwatch, not a rollie. And with the spam is Sotfik. Now finally able to get some sort of advantage here early on in the round. 2 kills early on. That's going to force Liquid's hand here just a little bit.
Speed kills in that scenario. Liquid on the back foot. They've been able to bring it back from this kind of a situation earlier as well. Nitro starts it off well. So you can expect Itis Balance here out in heaven, though. Who do you got winning this duel?
Well, let's just see if they double peek. That would be the
could be
more
the
interesting
end.
part.
All
Oh,
right,
that's
there's a
awkward.
cheeky little
Don't worry, there's no one here. You didn't see anything. Nothing happened.
figment of your imagination. Stu might crouch into this angle for Itis Balance.
He's already pretty low, but Itis Balance is going to displace himself. You go there towards the locker room underneath heaven, and maybe Twist is what they're waiting on.
Could be the catalyst here for whatever Liquid decides to do, but it seems like they've decided to drop back from yard, so they avoid the potential trap of the op on the Spirit's side. Question if they're going to go just collective attack towards the inner bomb side. Maybe they sneak out towards ramp.
Was that a miss Molotov we just saw there?
I think that was a miss Molotov, but don't worry about it. It's the same thing with the op. Didn't
Never
hear
seen
anything,
it. Yeah.
didn't see it, didn't happen.
Well, it might not happen here for Liquid. It looks like Spirit are going to try to grab that third, and they're set up pretty well. It's going to be quite the fight here on the A site. 20 seconds left on the clock. The time is now. Molotoving out the other vent and in mini. They're going to elect to go out squeaky. The turn is there, a real awkward turn, but it does turn out in their favor. And there you have it, a third one for Spirit. Albeit a very low amount of rounds in the half thus far.
Oh. They actually, I'm not sure who was in front of Coldie, but whoever it was did not pick up the op. So not going to have that for Idis Balance, at least not for free. That is a bit of an issue, but...
They already have one.
Oh, yeah, so they did manage to buy one up, at least. That's good. So, yeah, pretty much like, well, bankrupted Idis Balance, down to $50, but I guess in this scenario, there's not too many rounds to play with.
I'd say it's a tactical reset, but it doesn't really happen, right?
Yeah.
So, anyway, the fight early on here towards middle, and what was going to be that mini take, it's actually Stewie K burning Elige alive, Twist getting one, but not for long. Coldie and Sotfik getting it done. Naf now on a 1-0 for all. Nothing he's going to get done there. So on the path to 5 rounds is Team Spirit currently, and Liquid having plenty of money. We'll be able to buy up in this last round. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, Spirit bringing it back at least for the last 2 rounds. Again, it's been Softic through main that's been setting things up for them early on. Managing to find a trade frags in that round, and then obviously the 2 spam kills through the smoke in the round before. Getting them started. Now, hopefully, we'll see Spirit close this out. Get a 5th round on the board. Give them some leeway. Ooh, bit of a late HE. So he's still going to make it down to vents, though. Pretty sure Someday Young spotted that, though. But Idis Balance, just not ready.
Maybe the comm wasn't there. Maybe
yeah.
the visual just wasn't there. It's Stewie K that comes out on top. And this is looking like Team Liquid that we saw early on.
It's brutal.
Yes, it is. Really dictating where the fights are in this matchup thus far on their T side.
Down we go. No Liquid players injured in the filming of the Tick of Secret. Naf's still just hanging out over main as well. Bomb's got to go down.
Yep, bomb planted in the lower site. They got a lot of room to work with here. Meanwhile, on the side of Spirit, retake's going to come heavy from this ramp side. In fact, all 3 members are there. Looks like they're all going to come from that way as well. They do have 3 kits, a little bit of grenades, but it's going to be Stewie with the AWP that gets it done. TX up with Nitro.
Natro.
Oh, Natro. Natro from Louisiana. Natro. 11-4 is your score. It's going to be Team Liquid commanding lead right here as we go into the second half. They're going to switch over to the CT side. If you're just joining us, the GG.bet Cologne Invitational. This is our second opening match, and it's Liquid. A very heavy favorite to find a spot in Cologne. This is the first start on their path.
Yeah. Being able to win out that half 10-5, even with a, 11-4. Even with a lost pistol round.
Yeah, that lost pistol round and the conversion on the second.
Yeah.
Because the second round was just a wash, man. It was just rough to watch.
It was crazy. Liquid just showcasing their individual skill in that one. Now we'll see if they're actually able to get a pistol round on the board. Nitro spots one. Gonna launch the nade over. Does pretty decent damage there.
40 damage right there easily. 41 actually. Actually math, who knows. Anyway, point being, outside was the contest, and it's Naf.
Nasty-ass Naf.
Old nasty-ass Naf with the judgment. Nice trades, though. Brought us down to a 3v3. Twist on top of the hut's going to grab one into Someday Young, which still does leave a little bit of room to run here. Meanwhile, Chopper found himself all the way to hell. Now, depending how he plays this, depending the avenue of approach that he takes over into that upper site, that could be a big backstab, a big thorn in the side of Liquid. Naf seemingly doesn't know that he's down there. I don't think he's run the potential yet, the possibility.
That could definitely be the swing for Spirit in this one. Just find the drop on Naf. Softy gonna play a bit of distraction. Twist is decently set up, though. More so than decently. Naf does get caught, though, but again, bomb's not around. Twist's gotten into safe position as well. He's going to play this out with Stu. Currently posted up in vents.
But a 1v2. Let's not forget that. The bomb is down, not planted. 25 seconds left on the clock. Chopper with the USP, 5 bullets. He needs to land 2 headshots. Also needs to get the bomb down. Also needs to get this round for his team to have a shot in this half, it feels like.
Yeah.
And it looks like he might actually get this bomb down. He's going to go for this full plane. He's going to stick it from the heaven side. You got one Liquid player coming up from the vents, one coming from Mini. And now they're going to garrest this site. Not many bullets in the gun. Takes one, grabs a second. Big showing there from Chopper. And a lost pistol round again for Liquid.
That's how you do it. That's how you bring your team back. Just the plan initially in itself is a pretty good get, all things considered, for Spirit.
And those GG.bet odds, my goodness. Halvor, explain to me how that works.
I mean, I think just the guys at GGBet have seen the same thing we saw throughout the first half.
It's just a running the mill here from Liquid.
Wow, just 1 in odds for Liquid, yeah.
So we see the first pistol round, Liquid loses it, and then turns the second round around on its head.
Yeah.
So perhaps there's a chance here.
Might be.
2 Deagles, a Scout, 2 CZs, some smokes, no kits. And seemingly unawareness from Elige, kind of just standing out there, getting caught with his pants down. Naf taking fight there towards Red Rock. Deagle did give him a little bit of range, but Coldie's the one that does land the final blow.
At least tagged down, so we could be able to get just a 1-bullet connection here. Pick up the Deagle as well. Spirit, though, just trying to stabilize for now. Don't want to run into a nasty stack from Liquid's side, even if they are up by 2. There we go, I disbalance. Aware of the potential backshot from Nitro, and Stewie comes out to peek. Coldie deals with him. Not too much of an issue, and that leaves Twist. This is a Molotov, full Kevlar, and his EZ, but not aware of some Young creeping around the corner.
Yep. Spirit showing a little face here in the second half.
Good start, yeah. Being able to finally capitalize on winning the pistol, right?
They've
Feels
done
good.
something, which is nice.
Yeah.
And again, if you're just joining us, the winner of this will go on to play Sprout, who did win the first matchup. The Germans victorious over No Chance. No Chance being the loser will play the loser of this matchup. And when I say loser, whoever loses that one is actually out of the running.
No Cologne for you.
No Cologne for you.
Let's see. Bit of a pause.
See, there's some water. Look, maybe that's what he's using to fish.
Oh, right, yeah. What kind of fish do you think is going to be in that river?
Like
Or is that just toxic waste?
3-headed trout, maybe?
Yeah, 3-headed trout.
Well, they got salmon over there in Norway, right? So
Yeah, we do. Not 3-headed, though.
not 3-headed? Well, I'm not interested in. Anyways, looks like a tack pause coming out. So we'll just hold off until we get back into the game. Spirit having found a little bit of comfort knowing that they grabbed the first 2. Now they're going to try to hold on for the third.
Well, see if they're going to be able to do so. Obviously, the buy is not going to be coming out of Liquid unless they have some crazy, crazy plans in mind.
Naruto for I Disbalance. Do you like anime, Halvor?
I've never watched anime.
Me either, man. I don't know anything about anime, and that's completely okay to imagine. Sounds like freeze time has come to an end.
We're back in it.
Here we are. Liquid not having bought up in this round, rightfully so. Not a whole lot of money there for them to do just that. So instead, we'll see pistols again. 2 CZs and a P250 alongside those 2 ESPs. I'd like to see what they have planned here. So it looks like it's going to be that of Twist, just kind of outside by himself. Just have a flash. The rest have stacked in the upper area, it seems.
Just seeing if we can find some information. Not going to be the case. Spirit, so far, just playing this as safe as can be. Initial yard take. Just getting as much range as possible between you and the potential pistols. Some Young and I Disbalance working their way down here towards lower. The question is whether or not they're going to bring the bomb down there, or if they want to pinch up through vents. Cheeky little boost there from Liquid on the site to peek into main. Could potentially catch someone off guard. See what comes of it, though.
They could. Moving quickly and quietly will be that of Team Spirit outside. Got a lot of freedom here, and rightfully so. It's Liquid with the pistols. You're going to have to kind of set up in some weird off angles, perhaps stop them. And now we're going to see that hit come into the lower sight. I Disbalance holding the vent, holding on to it. He'll be ready for that rotation should Liquid fall down into that trap. He will be waiting right there.
Nice.
Looks like he's done just a little bit already. Stewie 2K with the dropping Raiden like Mortal Kombat's being played.
Damn.
Does die eventually to Coldie, but nonetheless, Zeus is a Zeus is a Zeus. Ah!
I love the fact that Stu dipped his toes in there just to like get confirmation. There's like, all right, there's somebody there. Like, let me bring out the Zeus.
Ah.
Such a weird sound.
That it is. This round's going to go that way of Team Spirit. And again, a save round here for Liquid. So we're going to see some weapons come out on their side. And this next one should prove to be a little bit more fruitful. Should have a little bit more to show there. Did he get a chance of him? No, he didn't. Chopper didn't see him until it was too late. And it was Nasty Naf that gets it done. Big grenade there on the Nitro. He's just able to grab the gun and get away. Team Spirit with a 7th.
Just out of bomb range as well. The Nitro had the balls where Naf didn't. Naf was like, no, I'm going to play this safe. I'm going to try to, you know, wait it out, see if I can get the gun. Nitro's just like, nope.
So watch this.
Tanks and nade, but still makes it out.
Ah.
Curious like how this sound, or like a recording session for those sound effects were.
If I had to imagine, right, if I had to guess, which, you know, I'm just hypothetically saying here.
Yeah, they actually tasered him.
Just some guy in the office just made an outrageous noise one day, and they're like, hey, we're going to put that in the game. So they added a taser just for that guy, if I had to guess. But who knows? You know,
It's a fair assumption.
It's just a guess. No one hold me to it. But what you can hold on to now is Naf with this AWP. He's going to be watching a little bit of outside. Stu K with the ramp hold and the ramp fight that he has won over Chopper with the AUG. And finally, it seems as though Liquid wants to start getting in this half.
Well, again, heavy yard presence from Spirit. Nitro's going to... Did he smoke off Secret? Is that a one-way?
Not anymore.
Yeah.
What? I mean, it was kind of cool, I guess.
Cool idea, yeah, for sure. I mean, it does a lot of damage as well.
Yeah.
I just bounced down to 10 HP.
He did do a lot of damage there. 4 versus 4. A lot of damage done to the side of Team Spirit. I Disbalance with AWP does have 10 HP. Meanwhile, Stu has taken that Q and pushed all the way through ramp room. He's now in radio. Or the break room, whatever you want to call it, whatever version of Counter-Strike you like. Not fast enough on the flick.
Right.
However, Twist is the auto shotgun. Like he's shooting skeet out here. Getting it done, ladies and gentlemen. Twist, though, stopped, and now Nasty Naf with the AWP, left alone in the rafters. 1 versus 2. Doesn't have a kit. Potentially one down there towards the site, maybe. He does have a Molotov. Let's see what they do. They're going to both line up here to go out the hut. 20 seconds left on the clock. They're going to have to do just that. Naf not having taken the bait. He's going to go check it now. One shot for Naf. Can he stop the planter? No. No scope misses.
This is the Molly. Pretty much just make sure that I Disbalance can't bail out into hut.
Yep. He goes and backs away. He's going to try to take a fight here. Takes a shot from Mini. Does he go all the way back around in this moment? No kit. I think he's going to have to back out.
Is he going to do a crystal?
I don't know, man. That was a truly one-of-a-kind play, I'll be honest.
He's got 5 seconds on him, so unless there's a kid down on site that we're not aware of.
Oh, he's too aware. Naruto wins again. I'm kidding. I Disbalance with AWP onto Naf, and that was a big round for Spirit to get them into this game, a solid foothold. Now, with the money situation over in Liquid, if they really wanted to force the issue, they could, but it's not something where they need to. They still have a little bit of a round cushion.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it is starting to dwindle right here for Team Liquid.
Don't want to let this get completely out of hand. Again, it's best of 1. It's like the one. I mean, things can get out of control if you don't have the utility and weaponry to work with on the CT side. You could just get steamrolled. We saw that happen to Team Spirit. Don't want to give them an unnecessary advantage. Chopper's going to find Stewie running through not just smoke this time, but a Molotov. Man advantage already for Spirit. See, is that Nova on the side of Twist?
It's because Twist Nova misses. Get it? Sorry, man. It was a stretch, but I went for
it's a bit early in the day for that. Like maybe save it for the best of 3 series.
Save the gold.
Yeah.
Speaking of best of 3 series, let's go ahead and remind you at home that there are winners and elimination matches after this. So make sure you have already put your TV dinner in the microwave or ordered your pizza or whatever it is you plan on eating tonight. Maybe a carbonara out there in the crowd. Let us know what you're going to eat while you're watching the rest of the matches using hashtag Maincast over on Twitter. Meantime, Nitro holding on to the hut. Does have that Mag 7, real close range weapon. And rightfully so. It's a close range fight.
Seems like Spirit have sniffed it out, though. They're just going to go as a big group over towards ramp. Figuring out every angle. Doing so successfully, and down we go. Nobody from Liquid really here at the time. So bomb plant should be going down. Smoke's being utilized just to make sure that they can be as safe as can be. Molotov as well to follow that up. And just nothing for Naf to find once he opens the door. And Spirit should be looking pretty prominent for a 9th round on the board here.
Yeah, Twist, though, is going to do his best there in taking down Sotfik. Give himself a little bit of cash going into what will be next round. Perhaps he can grab another one. No, it's SDY with 3 to close the round out, 11-9. Now we're going to see some weapons come out for the side of the Americans and Canadians. Don't want to ignore the fact that there are Canadians there. People get offended by that. North America's team, we'll put it that way, able to buy up into this round. In a pretty dominant first half. Right now, as you can see the odds shifting on GG.bet.
This is a lot better. Spirit pretty much cutting it in half from what we saw at the start of the second half.
It was just 114, right? So.
Yeah, it's pretty damn demoralizing to watch if you're a Spirit fan, but they're bringing it back here now. This is 5th round in a row. Question is, can they keep it up? Stewie just been relentlessly aggressive this entire game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's paid off, especially in the first half, but in
Yeah.
the second half, he's been relatively quiet, albeit this is going to be their first real chance, I think, or maybe second real chance to get into this second half.
Double ops on CT side Nuke. Not something you see every day. Does make those retakes pretty tough, but I guess if you never let them plant, kind of just forgo that issue altogether.
It's true.
Some next level thinking right there.
Double op on the CT side for Liquid. Naf and Stu are going to be wielding it. And Stu with already 1 kill in this round. Step in the right direction for him and the rest of North American. Counter-strike on their path to Cologne. Does he fall for the shot? No, he didn't take the bait on first. We'll get Molotov'd out there. He's forced off the ramp room a little bit. They're making it feel a bit uncomfortable there. Rightfully so. They want to aggress him. They want to pressure him. But he wants to do the same to them. He wants to get close. Combat out for Stu. Goes for 2. He's going to keep pushing right now. Meanwhile, Nitro tearing him up the blender inside of the fatal funnel. SDY having some words to say about it, but ultimately not enough. So Liquid still in this fight. And that's going to be a 12th for them.
You gotta love Stu's aggression, right? Get
Yeah,
smoked out, run through it. Immediate response after getting that kill. It's just to push on through into radio. Just put so much pressure on Team Spirit. They don't really have any ways of properly reacting. Nitro, obviously from the vents, doing his part as well with the double kill. So finally around on the board for Liquid. That's the first one of the second half.
Yeah, it's not been the prettiest of halves here for Team Liquid. Now Twist playing with an auto shotgun. They've Molotov'd off Red Rock. Coley's taking significant damage to that, down to 60 HP basically.
Didn't want to do like Kisarada, right? So he wanted to find the safer avenue down from Silo.
Maybe I don't jump completely off of this thing.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, up for this upper hold will be Twist and Nitro. Playing in tandem here towards the Squeaky in the hut. Looks like they're going to boost one up into the rafters now, as they saw that there was no immediate aggression into the site itself. But don't you worry, Liquid. Spirit waiting right on the other side of this door. Being real stealthily about it, but here it comes. Right out of the Squeaky. Will they elect to go for upper, or will it be a lower hit? Looks like it's going to be upper. The spray by Nitro grabs himself 2 and the bomb. High disbalance in a really awkward spot now. Can't seem to get the AWP shots off. Sotfik on a 1v2. Elysian Nitro to defend this downed bomb. After Sotfik having found that first frag there, perhaps he can keep it rolling here. Walks out of the Squeaky door. Doesn't know where these 2 entrenched players of Liquid are. He has a hint that there might be one on top of the hut. And he sees him. Real awkward to change of affairs. Sotfik gets it done. And Spirit, my goodness, have turned that one around. Liquid fans, you hate to see that.
Damn. Sotfik with a 1 versus 3. And the most unlikely of scenarios as well. The fact that he's able to sneak up. It's kind of reminiscent of how Stewie opened things up in that second round, right? Just making it his way out of doors completely. I'm a little bit curious as to what what the second Liquid player on site was holding for. Because, yeah, the Liquid player on top of HUD was obviously checking for anyone to come barging out of there.
Yeah, it seemed like a kind of a miscommunication there as to who's going to be holding what. Either way, now no miscommunications here. The buy for Team Liquid is dismal. Elige with this SMG. Everybody else sporting some CZs. Oh, my goodness, Elige just had the opportunity. The door was there. It was cracked open, then shut in his face by Sumdai Young. That was an important one. He probably could have got 1 or 2 out of that at the very minimum.
Damn. Hate to see that.
minimum. But the balance has been restored. And that balance, I say, has the AWP. You're going to back off. They're going to rethink this whole outside approach. Probably a real scary time for them to be playing that close.
They've been pretty good about their anti-eco so far. On the side of Spirit, just walking as a big collective group for the majority of the time. Last time they went towards ramp, we might see something similar again.
That's what it's looking like.
Yeah. Still holding on to a fair bit of utility, so they will have the smokes, the Molotovs that are needed to just basically cover off any sort of entrance for Liquid onto the site as well. We saw Naf kind of trying to peer in, see if it can find a way to deny the bomb plant. It's just going to be so tough unless you want to throw your body through all the utility of Spirit. And usually that does not work out too well. Nitro is at least on the right level of the map.
He's cognizant of it. He's hoping that they were trying to plant back Silo. That just wasn't the case. And neither is the case that Stewie2K is able to take one down, because it's now 3v5. CZs, no kits. They're going to run right in there. Can't seem to land one is Nitro. Naf, Twist, doing what they can. Can't eliminate anyone so far until now, but it's too little too late. And that's going to be 12-11 Liquid. I don't want to say it. Yeah. Everybody knows it.
At what point do you start getting worried if you're Liquid? Already?
I saw a word on Reddit the other day.
Yeah?
It was chokewood.
Chokewood.
I mean, it's not even that creative. It's not even that innovative. But at the rate that we're going right now, we are on pace to have a really close finish game, or Spirit really just doing whatever they want here on the T side, and that continues.
I mean, the buys are. I mean, the buy coming into this round is pretty good for Liquid, but again, like, they don't have any bank to work off of. If they lose more than 3 players, Spirit still have a chance to break them and so on. This is really dangerous.
Stewie2K finding himself in the ramp room yet again, this time with an AUG. No op. He's going to get flashed off, but the bomb having been stopped there. Coldy had it. Drops it into the ramp room itself. There we go. Stewie2K finding some frags before falling to Sumdai Young. And that gives us 3 versus 4. They smoke off that Molotov. Seemingly not necessary, but got it done anyway. They know they have to get out here. They know they have to take this fight into the ramp room because the bomb is down. Elish finding a really nice corner there to sort of hold off of the smoke. Spots one, can't seem to capitalize on it. And this is turning into a nightmare, a blunder for Liquid here in the ramp room. Bomb's still down, though. And the skirmish will continue. It's Twist with one.
I think Chopper spotted the one player outside of Heaven. Probably, yeah. Didn't expect Nitro to be in main as well. They nearly brought it back. Now it's down to Sumdai Young, 28 HP. Oh.
And I guess when we think about this game, I'm taken back to a lot of the 1vx situations Liquid lost, right?
Yep.
There were quite a few of those, and I feel like this could have not even been that close of a game should they have lost those.
No, it does feel like Liquid were on track to pretty much roll out this just from start to finish. Again, they lost the Pistols one at 1v2. Then, obviously, the 1v3 from Sotfik. Just, yeah, they haven't closed out, I guess, as well as you probably would have expected them. But it didn't feel like it would be an issue for the longest of times, right?
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, Spirit up to 11 rounds. Liquid did bring one back, and it did it rather cleanly. They lost 2, so...
I mean, this is a Liquid that we know can show dominance on Nuke, but we also know it's been faltering a little bit in the recent times.
They went away from it for a period of time, right? Because they couldn't beat Astralis on it. So instead of maintaining the map, they figured, like, okay, we're just not going to play it at all.
Yeah.
Then they started bringing it back into the map pool. And, yeah, I think they, well, even when they were playing against Astralis and losing to them, they could still beat any other team in the world on that map.
Here comes the buy of what Team Spirit can grab up in this round. A lot of utility being used outside. They're going to get a wall of smokes and a passage down into lower. No grenades there to stop that at all. They're going to run right down into secret with the bomb. The lead's going to be there to Molotov them off. Perhaps they push through it. They do. Standing in the Molotov is Sumdai Young. Elish is able to take out Coldy as well. Gives us a 4 versus 3. Quite the shot from Chopper. That does help immensely in the war effort here. 3 versus 3 now. 3 rifles for the side of Liquid. Twist making its way slowly down that secret area, but this bomb's going to get planted in a lower site.
Chopper's going to be a bit of a nuisance, though. Nitro's expecting him to hang around towards ramps. He's going to be really diligent about clearing every angle here. Chopper can basically take his pick as to where he wants to go, if he wants to wrap around towards vent, or if he wants to come for a really, really late ramp rotation, considering where the bomb is planted. That's also an option for him. Just going to constantly be in the back of the head of Nitro.
Uh-oh. Well, Chopper's about to be in the back of the head of Nitro as well. Here comes that Deagle. Does land the shots. It's now a 1 versus 1. Big round, and Idis Balance closes the door there on Liquid, and you do hate to see it. North American fans now disappointed at an all-time height. 13-12. This one has really ran itself back. Team Spirit kind of looked out of it in the beginning stages, really looked out of it in the first half, but now they are here, and they're making some statements. Going tit for tat in rounds now, at least.
Yeah, and Liquid are not really well sorted out money-wise, as you can tell. They've decided to opt in for a little bit of investment here and there. Naf not deciding to do so. He wants that off, but Twice down to 1,700. Stewie at 2K, fittingly enough. But yeah, Spirit, man, what a comeback.
Money in the bin, not in the bank. So they're going to have to go with those pistols. You're right, 2 Deagles, 3 CZs. Meanwhile, Team Spirit, having just come from the mall, a little shopping spree, got everything that they need to take these bomb sites. But should they run into some of these pistols, could pose to be a problem. There are no problems here. I'll tell you that.
Oh, Sunday Young, he's really heating up right now. Finds the leash to start things off. And again, mentioned it earlier, Spirit's been doing such a good job of handling these anti-ecos, regardless of where they've gone on the map. And this looks to be more of the same. Not through ramp this time, but under heaven we go. So far, the result is looking to be the same regardless for Team Spirit, though. They might actually equalize here. Pretty much for the first time since that second round.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about a first half that was 11-4, Halvor. I mean, Liquid really have kind of just blown this so far. This has not gone the way that they would have liked it to. They've really made it just a bit harder on themselves.
Yeah, much to the credit of Team Spirit as well.
Yeah, very true. But right now, there's still a lot to be said. Twist, 2 CZ kills. Stewie grabs one for himself, and that's 3 members of Team Spirit taken out, but now a tie game. 13 all. Going to round 27.
Oh, well, I mean, it's getting to the point where Liquid has so little money left over after buying that this becomes a must-win round. Otherwise, we're potentially looking at Spirit going into this at, you know, a 13-15 lead. That is really the name of the game right now. No ops, though. More utility. Naf deciding to go away from the sniper.
Yeah, they're going to be using a lot of utility out here towards this outside site. Again, no head armor on the side of Liquid. Just 4 AUGs and 1 M4. Counter-Strike 2019.
This is still so dangerous, though, for Liquid. If they were to just lose 3 members or more, every buy is going to be so tough for them unless they can get a pretty clean round. This is definitely not what they were expecting coming into it. It's definitely not what we were expecting after seeing that first half.
No, that was pretty much a throwaway of a half right there. Liquid now throwing away their own half. 13-13, but these weapons, this is a key round, a crucial round right here. And really determining if Liquid are going to have a fight going into the later stages of this half. 13-13, and it looks like the aggression from Team Spirit is going to be outside. No wall of smokes, but no one's there to even spot the fact that they've already made it down secret. Elise going to be playing from the vents and lower, having smoked them off, bought a little bit more time, 45 seconds on the clock. Now Liquid just holding fast, holding strong. Now the reverse has been called. It's Spirit that tries to go back up secret to outside. Naf there with the answer. But some have to die young. And in this case, Naf, after grabbing 3, has done enough for Team Liquid, it seems, unless, of course, they somehow falter this 4v2. They're going to try to get up here towards outside. They want to go up into heaven now. Stewie 2K is going to have all the sound cues in the world. He's heard them. Now it's just a matter of time before he grabs the bomb. The last player being Nitro to grab there onto Chopper. So, sigh of relief for Liquid, and sigh of relief for you, Twitch Chat.
It's definitely so. Pretty much the ideal round for Liquid right there. Naf picking up 3 frags, being the only player to go down. That means they can replenish, they get the utility they need. And Spirit really didn't get to, I guess, execute whatever they had in mind for that round. then, yeah. I mean, the odds started off pretty one-sided once we were at the halfway mark. This time, though, getting a little bit closer, 4.69 in odds for Spirit. They've been looking pretty impressive here so far on the T side, so we can understand why it's gotten to this point.
That's pretty dismal CT showing. Nitro just getting his feelings hurt there in mini. Coldy dropping down from the sky, sort of Spider-Man-esque.
So want to take that challenge for Elise, though.
The fight's going to be an upper. That's where this battle's going to be going down. Twist
lot
gets
of
a heads up
deagles.
right now. Gets a real heads-up advantage as to what's going on. A lot of deagles here in the fight for Spirit, but a lot of headshots there for Twist. And Some Die Young with just a deagle. He's already grabbed one frag in the round, and now he'll grab the bomb. Has a little bit of hope.
Yeah, you want to see if you can actually find one more frag on their side. Could actually come into to be a pretty big thing for Spirit in terms of what Liquid has to buy up with in the next round. Especially if he finds NAF and they're not able to retrieve the op. So far, he's been given pretty free domain of yard. 2 players on the Liquid side playing inner, and then you have Stewie still over towards ramp. And he could get the drop on, well, pretty much anyone at this stage. Time still working in his favor. 30 seconds to go. Does have the bomb on his back. Only downside for him, really, is the fact that he's not going to be in a position to actually find a weapon.
Yeah, not a whole lot of time to work with anymore either. If he finds a weapon, that's something, but this round,
Is he going to find NAF here?
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, Twist found him first. But yeah, I mean, that was definitely an option, wasn't it? 15 to 13. Liquid now stand on the edge of grabbing this first map in the GG.bet Cologne Invitational. They will then go on to play a winner's match against Sprout, the Germans having beat up on No Chance on Dust 2 earlier.
Yeah, and for those who are not aware, we are going by basically the set schedule times for all the matches. And it was looking like we would have a pretty significant break with how Liquid started and how quickly they were dismantling Spirit. But now it's just about 5 minutes away until we get going with the best of 3 series.
Yeah, so we'll find out who goes on into the playoffs of this Invitational when we do come back after this game. It's got to finish, though, first. Not over with yet, Halvor. Come on now.
That is true. I mean, Liquid could still bring this. As I said, Liquid can bring this into overtime. It is on Spirit to actually get the last 2.
Liquid really could bring this in overtime. They could do that to themselves.
Yeah. Excited to see what Spirit has to come up with. They did obviously just opt for deagles in this one, so it's a pretty big, I guess, chance to take instead of forcing into it, seeing if they can break Liquid and then going for the win. They wanted to opt to have the best buy possible here, even if it meant fighting for overtime. Oh, Stewie?
Stewie, with the aggression, getting punished heavily there towards the radio room. Oof. He's done it time and time again.
It's been successful once, I think.
Yeah, and it's the AWP. It's a rough one. It's a rough fight to take, and then after you get punished on it so many times, you got to kind of wonder, okay, man, maybe let's slow it down a little bit. They're going to wait, though. They don't want to push in on that. Even though they do get the pick towards ramp, they do know that Liquid's response would be that rotation. It would be pretty quick. Looks like instead it's going to be this upper take, potentially going through the vents. But Nitro, very, very sneaky, sir. Holding on here to the squeaky door. Just on the other side of it, 3 members of Team Spirit. There goes the door. There goes the frags. Can't find 2. It's Coley with the reply. And that was a necessary trade for Team Spirit. It's now the holding pattern for upper has been set. Coley finding another one. This has really come apart. A lot of damage still being done by Team Liquid. The rotation being there very fluid. This bomb's going to get planted here in upper. In a 2 versus 3. Coley very hurt. Sotfik very hurt. And SDY, 100 HP and an AK. Be interesting to see how they want to go about this retake. Quite the span from Elige. Didn't see that one coming. Takes a dink in the meantime. Another wall bang there. Can you believe some of the sights that we're seeing here, Halvor? They want to go for this retake straight up. It's Some Die Young that takes down Elige. But my goodness, this one is close. Too close for comfort for NAF. And he's going to have to back out of here. Quite the read there for the wall bangs.
Look at the money on the side of Team Liquid. They don't have a big loss bonus worked up either. $50 on Stewie, 400 on Elige, 500 on NAF. NAF is at least going to be able to hold on to it. So he's going to have the opportunity to drop a UMP, shotgun, FAMAS, all things depending. But it's not going to be a pretty buy. Spirit, man. They're doing it.
They might be. This is the round that will tell us everything we need to know. This will be the deciding factor. Will we be going to overtime? Will we be going in the way of Liquid?
Damn. But yeah, like nice attempt from Liquid there on the retake, though, as you said. Kind of cool. I think it's like off of Naf being able to spot someone from main that allows the leash to be through. Oh, quick inner push.
Yep, quick inner push. They're going to channel this one all into the upper bomb site. Ladies and gentlemen, this is smelling like overtime. Couple bonus rounds for you here. Liquid 11-4 at half. Now, as Stewie2K tries to push up the ladder and stop the planner, he doesn't do it in time. He does take down Coldy. It's turned into 2v4. Miss Molotov there. We're going to have to go back and look at that one. That was a real awkward exchange. They're trying to rain in from heaven, but it's Team Spirit that take it to overtime. Liquid are going to be feeling that one later on. I really want to know what happened to that Molotov. It just disappeared.
It looked like it landed, right?
Yeah, like one final bounce, and it just
decided not to pop off.
It's unfortunate, I suppose. Either way, still win the round as Team Spirit and still take us into overtime. So how about them apples, Halvor?
Yeah, this is not what I was expecting at all. And again, having the balls to call just like an upper rush.
Yeah.
14-15. Liquid have a little bit iffy, utility. Maybe that's what it is. They know that the economy is a bit shaken on the side of Liquid, so they think to themselves, like, okay, maybe they don't have the utility needed to hold off an upper push, but Jesus. You got to have some confidence in your calling if you're going to do that, and it works out. Excellently done by Team Spirit.
Well, it does look like we have gotten into the first round of overtime, and, well, max round 6. Snaf pushed up towards red with the AWP. Real awkward angle. He does get legged down. I just balanced knows he's there. This is a real enemy at the gates duel.
Bam. Opening
Snaf
frag.
loses. Yeah, big one to take outside. Now Liquid look a little bit displaced themselves. A little unbalanced as Elige walks right into the crosshair.
It's that snap of the finger.
Look at her wrist.
All things in balance, right?
And moderation, they say. But right now, the only moderation being happening is Spirit slapping the hand of Liquid with the ruler. This is not gone well for a North American team.
It's been pretty fierce beating as well. To be fair, I will say, like, Team Liquid's T-side looked more dominant in that sense because of the pace and everything, but my word, Spirit clawed tooth and nail back into this, deservedly so as well. Just excellent player performances, especially out of multiple players, but I think we've seen clutch situations from Sotfik, Coldy, and Samda Young's just been fragging out from start to finish as well. Now 3v5. Spirit go down lower with 4.
That they do. It's going to be Chopper at ramp room by himself, going to try to cause some havoc. The 3 members of Liquid here.
Well, havoc has been rained on him.
Yes, it has. Rain is in the forecast. Liquid,
Stewie,
to be exact.
That
Stewie
hurts.
staying in the Molotov, not the best place to stand. In fact, it will hurt you. The bomb will get planted in lower. Team Spirit in full control here. It's going to be a save from the side of Liquid in this first round of overtime.
I'm really curious to see what the odds are now.
Yeah.
Not going to lie.
There's one place you could check, Halvor.
Where?
GG.bet.
Well, damn, there you go. Because, I mean, they started off the second half, and it was literally 1 in odds for Team Liquid, and I think it was 14 for Spirit.
Yeah, it was like 1-14. It was pretty outrageous. And
Yeah.
rightfully so, because it was 11-4 half. So
Absolutely. On the T side of Nuke. Like, we shouldn't be here, but Spirit have really just defied all the odds, quite literally, and brought it back. Now they're going to be 1 round up in overtime, and Stewie's even going to go down to the bomb.
you do hate to see that.
And it's 10K overtime as well.
Yep.
So that actually has a pretty significant impact. And there we go. Those odds have changed significantly over the course of the game.
Yes, they have.
They're 2.06. That's the lowest Spirit has been. That's well, I guess this is the best odds you've ever had of like betting on Liquid in this matchup so far. 1.7. Still, though, do you feel confident at this point to side with Liquid? It's a pretty tall order.
Got a tweet in from a Doug Bachman here.
All right, Bachman.
Okay. Now, I will say this. He did not use hashtag maincast,
All
which, you know, that's strike one. But Doug Bachman says, feels like Team Liquid learned from BTS, Beyond the Summit,
Yep.
when Vitality just had 1 player down vent every round.
Oh, right.
Which, albeit, that was pretty effective in that matchup at least.
That is very true. Vitality did a really good job. especially on their T side, just basically using the unique layout of Nuke, right, with the different levels
Yep.
throughout those vents to really cause chaos. But while Liquid did as well as they did on the T side, their CT side, it's had a couple of issues. This time, more of a yard focus from Liquid, and boy, oh boy, does that ever work.
Yes, it does. Liquid keeping themselves in the game, 16-16 now in overtime.
And that's Liquid hard countering the default from Spirit. Coldie on top of Silo, and then the 2 to 3 players on the side of Spirit peeking out behind the wall of smokes. I got shut down hard.
Wrecked, as some would say.
Fully wrecked.
Fully wrecked. Jesus.
Well,
Let's hold on to our britches, everyone. Here
Yep.
we go. Last round of the first half of OT. Naf playing a really aggressive angle there towards Squeaky. And Nitro's entire vision has been blocked towards this outside secret area. The wall of smokes, very effective, has got all of Team Spirit basically down in there now. All the way down in secret. Elige waiting for them.
oh, Naf goes down as well.
Yeah.
Still 2 players on the side of Liquid ready to receive whatever's coming in from Spirit. The position that Elige is playing right there is a position that Art plays pretty much every single round. There's a lower rotation, and it's spammable from the vents.
Yes.
Not used enough, like the spam in itself.
Cool spam, though.
Oh, absolutely, and it does a lot of damages. So definitely something that teams should be adding to their arsenal. See if they actually decide to go on this stuff, because they do pick off Naf. He's usually been the Heaven site player for Liquid, so that gives them an opportunity to potentially swing around towards the upper bomb site. But with the utility commitment here, oh, Stewie.
Stewie really needing that frag. Instead, it's going to be Elige left to his own devices here. Now Nitro and Twist are going to have to come in and do a little bit of cleanup. Molotoved off, smoked off. Twist with the drop on door. And unfortunately for him, he will be chopped down. It is done there. Nitro 1 versus 3.
Bomb's still not planted, though, so he's got that going for him. Eventually, Spirit will run out of utility to use. But
What could go wrong here, Halvor?
a lot of things, honestly. Just doing 1x1 peek, side disbalance. Doesn't get caught out completely, but down to 32 HP. That's a juicy nade.
That it is. Nitro with the right idea, but not the good enough peak.
Execution leaves something a little bit to be wanted. You see the halftime score. Some die young, 32 frags to his name.
Wrecked.
He's doing it all right now. He's well, quite the distance ahead of his closest teammate, but you know, he can't really complain with the total results on the side of Spirit. Still in the lead, but I guess now we get to see them play CT side again, and that was a rough experience in the first half. See if they've taken some wisdom from what happened, if they can actually slow the pace of Team Liquid, or if Liquid is actually going to do that for themselves.
We will find out.
Naf already been tagged down to 17 HP. Here we go then. Smoke's coming out 4 yard. At least just waiting for those to land before he pushes on either in towards garage or down into secret. Seeing teams enjoying that run down into secret quite a bit more. I just been seeing if you can find a leg of some sorts. Working in towards secret to get confirmation on that. Not going to be the case.
Blunder of a flash there. Chopper set up in the rafters and lower. And Liquid set up in the halls here. Kind of stopped where they are.
Making a lot of noise.
Chopper doesn't know this player's here to his right.
He has no idea. That's Naf, and he's on low HP as well. But there's no scenario where he goes around that corner and checks that angle.
It's just not necessary, right?
Yeah.
So Stewie 2K is going to take down Sotfik. Now we have a 4 versus 5. The number's starting to teeter a little bit, just like Naf teetering out of the corner. Takes his dunce cap off and has in fact found Chopper. 3 versus 5 now. A low Naf, a low Stu. Still nasty ass all around.
Yeah. And we're actually seeing the same decision being made by Spirit as we saw from Liquid. Once you lose enough men, you need to hold on to your weapons going into the last one, because it's 10K, you kind of need to hold on to some of your weaponry as a CT side. Otherwise, you run the risk of running broke if you lose the first 2 rounds. Simple as. So long-term decision from Spirit in mind.
That is the case, but it's going to be a 17th on the board for Liquid. They've kind of stabilized a little bit. They're going to hold on to some weapons going into the round as well. As they take Coldy's out of his hands.
Oh, Idis balance.
Might take his as well. Taking the fight in CT's Idis balance. He's going to have to use some smoke just to stay alive there. 17 all.
The question is, can Liquid do this? Can they bring it back, or are we going to go into a second OT, or does Spirit have it in them to actually close out the big tournament favorites pretty much as quickly as they could? Day 1, first match.
They like to put on a show, man. They're just showmen.
Yeah.
Okay. They want you all on the edge of your seats at home. That's what it's all about. Quality Counter-Strike here. 17 all. Big round here for Liquid. They need to start to set a presence here. They need to start to dictate the pace as they did in the first half on their T side when they were seemingly steamrolling that of Team Spirit. All fell apart in the second half. If you're just joining us, that is the storyline of the match. An 11-4 half now turned into an overtime 17-17 affair. Coldy holding down the bomb site, and Upper finds one. SDY there to help things out as well. Nitro streaming out of the hut. Will be by himself and beside himself almost. He grabs one on Sotvik. Really well done. But now with 1:10 left on the clock, he has no idea that there's another player here towards Mini. And he's really pincered off. That's going to be that. And it's going to be Spirit that grabs an 18th.
It's match point.
Yikes.
That is match point for Team Spirit.
An 11-4 half to match point, 18-17. Liquid probably didn't forecast it that it would be this way, but
I think that's fair to say. Man, 34 frags on Some Die Young. And again, finding those 2 vital opening kills there as well once the inner hit comes from Liquid. Idis Bounce going to get real aggressive here behind T-Red. Nobody from Liquid willing to greet him. And they've actually set, yeah, that's a 3-man setup from Team Spirit out in Yard here.
uh-oh.
This could catch them completely off guard on the side of Liquid.
It's going to get real nasty, and it's going to be Liege with the Stankness. Takes down Idis Balance early on in the round, but the close angle from Sotvik is going to prove to be a big problem there for Stu. Things are still pretty stabilized outside until now. Elysian Twist teaming up for 2, and Chopper and Coldy to their own. Chopper finding his way through the radio room, but it looks like Liquid want to walk back towards lobby. This could be brutal. This could be a disaster if Naf can't hold this right here. I imagine he'll be the first one in once they get a little bit closer. He's going to have to clear this out ever so methodically, and he can't do it. That is not a good start to this, to the second half of this round, so to say.
He's gonna fiddles around with the smoke a little bit long.
Oh, no. Oh, you do hate to see it. Liquid fans are all on their feet and will be sitting back down.